The first thing I'd like to show you is entering manual data. So this isn't something you're going to have to do a lot during the course, thankfully, but is an important skill to especially know the layout and how things are set up within SPSS in general. So if you look here, you can see at the bottom we have two different views. We have the data view and we have the variable view. The data view is essentially a line-by-line indication of each respondent to our survey. Imagine we had a survey and 20 people answered it. We would essentially have data filled into these 20 rows of all of the responses that they gave to their survey. The variable view gives us an indication of each question in the survey. So for example, if we asked a question about the participant's age, and we come back to the data view, we would now have an age column where we would have information for each one. Say we wanted to fill in this information manually, and we knew that the age of our first participant was 32, our second participant is 57, our third is also 57, and our fourth is 68, and so on. When we come back to the variable view, we can see that all of the categories here are automatically completed, but they're not always accurate. So what we want to do is make sure that this information is correct. So we have age as our name. It's a numeric calculation. It's numeric data, sorry, so it's a number. The width tells us how much spacing we have for the age. We don't know too many people that are 10 million years old or older, so 8 is a perfectly acceptable width. Decimals default at 0 if we have things set up correctly. We can create a label, so we can call this age of those who answered our survey, although age itself is a very self-explanatory name. For values, if we were to create age categories, we would fill this out. Right now we have no categories because we have an open age question. Basically, how old are you was the question, and people would put in a number. Later on, I'll show you how to create values that represent categories of ages. We have no missing data. We are allowing for 8 columns. We don't need more than that for this category. Always align right, and age is a nominal measure, meaning that age represents a value, or sorry, age is a scale data. Age matters in this context. So 1 is half the age of 2, 30 is half the age of 60, and so forth. So we would call this scale data. And we keep input as is. So this is how we'll have it set up. And as you saw, for manually entering it, you will just put in the numbers accordingly from your survey. Let's add one more to see how this looks. So say next variable we want to create is sex. In this case, there are 2 sexes to choose from in the survey, males and females. So we'll keep the data the same, except for here, we now have nominal. What this means is that when we set up our labels, we are going to represent one sex as one number and another sex as another number. So let's go ahead and create that. So to create your values, you'll click on value, the little drop down box beside values, and it will open up a new box. We click on the green plus icon and we can create our first value. Remember, nominal data has no meaningful difference in the order of the information. So our first value we can call female, and our second value we can call male. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean females are 1 and males are 2. Males are twice females. It doesn't make any sense. That's why this is nominal data and important to indicate that. So the order of the numbers is irrelevant. We're just assigning values to labels so that SPSS knows that females will be coded as 1 and males will be coded as 2. When you're ready, you'll hit OK, and it will assign those accordingly. So this is essentially entering manual data. If we were to have, say, for example, 3 females and a male, using our our variable values that we just previously set up, we would set that as 1, 1, 1, and 2, representing female, 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 and male. So this is, in essence, setting up and entering data manually.